quality real wood cabinets the same or less than the big box stores are selling the cheap stuff. And that's not all. Drywall Screws big box stores are $6.47 a pound. At DIY, only $4.99. Plus, DIY has the largest selection of mobile home parts and accessories anywhere. From carpet to doors, get the DIY supplies you need for less. The DIY Home Center Outlet. We are your building material closeout store. 2191 Northwest 10th Street, just 2 miles east of I-75.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks. I'm in the middle of texting my sister somewhere in the vicinity, but can't seem to find a place. Because it's very confusing because this is the old terminal, and a lot of people go to the new terminal, and they don't. Just come to the building that it looks like is abandoned and nobody's here.
And has...
No, I'm saying because of the grass.
Well, I said, wouldn't the airport have a different address? I sent her the address.
It's the same. I told her if she goes to the new terminal, just ask where the old terminal is. They'll send her down here.
Yeah.
So it's time for the Florida version of...
For your hearing pleasure, Dumb Crook News.
You know, it's terrible when you do this. I tell people this every week. When I look up Dumb Crook News, and usually, 3 or 4 pages come up of Dumb Crook News on Google. And then you look up Florida Dumb Crook News, and like a plethora, there's no end to the pages. It's how Google goes 1, and then it says 20, and then there's an arrow past 20. Google. There's plenty. We could do Dumb Crook News. We could do an entire 3-hour show on just Florida Dumb Crook News.
Probably.
Yeah, easy. So this week, the first story in Dumb Crook News.
I'm interested in this.
You are?
I am. I'm
Here's the headline.
Highly interested.
Here's the headline. A Florida man was arrested last week. 19-year-old Gavin Krim was arrested. He was taken into custody around 4 a.m. on Tuesday. According to deputies, he broke into a homeowner's home, a stranger's home, and began cooking food for himself. The homeowner woke up, come out and goes, "What the hell are you doing?" He goes, "I'm just having some food. I'll be gone in a minute. Go back to sleep." Look, stop by. You had some food in the fridge. I was a little famished. I'm going to cook. I'll clean up, put stuff in the dishwasher. Nothing to see here. Go back to sleep.
What was he making? Does it say?
It does not say what he was making.
Was he making enough for everybody in the house? Maybe that was the issue.
I don't know.
He was just cooking for himself.
He was just cooking for himself. Yeah.
If he would have made enough for everybody, maybe he wouldn't have got arrested.
And when he was confronted, he just said, "Look,
I'm hungry.
I'm going to cook a few food items, then I'm going to leave. Go back to sleep."
Was that like the Hangover?
Nighty night,
He was
sleep tight, go into your dreams, little baby.
Is that something like somebody that had a...
Yeah. Kevin is already in the building, Kevin Stone. He said, could the crook say, "Look, I was just sleepwalking. I didn't realize I was cooking. I was sleepwalking."
I thought this was my house.
Dumb crook. This happened in Pasco County, Florida, which is just below us. Florida man was arrested. He was arrested for theft. He was arrested for breaking and entering, into a home. He broke into Steve Ferguson's house because he began receiving. Steve knew about this because he began receiving alerts on his phone. The Ring camera and all. Surveillance video of the Florida man on his property. He called the sheriff's office before heading home to confront the intruder himself. When he arrived, he saw Lonnie Maddox trying to flee the scene on horseback. But wait, there's more.
Okay.
As you would think, Ferguson asked Lonnie, "What are you doing in my house?" Guy goes, "Look, it's an easy explanation. I can't even say it. This is literally what was put in the police report. "My horse broke into your house, mister. I had to go in and get her. I said, Ferguson said, okay. So she broke the gate, then the porch, then into the house. First, surveillance video shows Maddox on the property attempted to enter the padlocked front door, but he couldn't get in. He broke the back window, climbed inside. The arrest report says that he told deputies the horse went into the yard through a broken fence, so he followed. Nothing was stolen, but he caused approximately $100 in damages. By the way, the horse did not belong to Maddox either, so he was charged with theft of a horse as well. But he literally told the guy, when the guy goes, why are you in my house? My horse broke into your house, mister. I had to go in and get her.
Well, you know, a calf came over one time.
Was in our bushes.
Was in our bushes.
Was in our bushes.
So,
But it did not break into our home, and nobody was trying to retrieve it from inside our home. What happened? Mr. Ed unlocked the door, went on in. He thought there was oat bag in the living room. Oat bag now, oat bag time for me. You know what? I don't get it. Okay, so here's a man in Alachua County, the Alachua County Sheriff's Office.
Oh, that's north.
Gainesville man decided when deputies tried to arrest him, according to the arrest report, ASO deputies were searching for Darian Glass, who had an active warrant for battery. When they arrived, a woman said she didn't know if Glass was home or not, but then he came out of his room with a microphone in his hand. When Glass was informed of why the sheriffs were there, he started to sing karaoke because it was a karaoke microphone. You know, one that the music plays in the microphone and everything. Deputies ordered him multiple times to surrender, but he continued to sing karaoke. Glass was arrested on the warrant for battery and is also charged with resisting arrest. He was taken to the Alachua County Jail. He was charged with a resisting arrest by singing karaoke. How's that going to go in the jail cell? What are you in here for? Attempted murder. What are you in here for? Strong arm robbery. I mugged 2 people at knife point. What are you in here for? I tried to elude the cops by singing karaoke. We know what's going to happen in that situation. Shower time's not going to be good for the karaoke singer.
Tom.
What? What'd I say?
Tom. Next.
Puts a whole new meaning to singing in the shower. How bad must you have pissed the cops off to be charged with eluding, resisting arrest because you were singing karaoke? First off, you had to be bad at it. That's the first thing I realized. You had to be bad at it. It wasn't like you were Tony Bennett singing karaoke. You know what I mean? But they arrested him for battery, and they had insult to injury. Hey, there, jerk. You wanted to serenade us? Well, now we got you for resisting arrest by serenading us. And finally, I told you, man in his nose. You can't make this up. Hillsborough County Sheriff's officials made a traffic stop. 2 deputies pulled a car over and noticed the passenger, Fabricio Jimenez, of Newport Richey, had a white powdery substance on his nose. Jimenez's nose was swabbed. It tested positive for it. Wait for it. Cocaine. I know that's hard to believe. White powdery substance around your nose. It comes back as cocaine. It could have come back as meth, but it came back as cocaine. Hey.
I was thinking a powdered donut, but okay.
They also found a backpack in the car containing 250 grams of marijuana and 13 Xanax pills. Mm. Well, you got to have the marijuana and Xanax to come down off the cocaine. I know a thing or two about that. I'm telling you. Oh, look, my older sister just walked in the room. But that's not all. When they arrested him, they found a small bag on him, by the way, during the search. When they told him that the substance in his nose tested positive for cocaine, his response from the cops were, "It's not mine. I don't know how it got there." Sir, I don't know how that substance got there, and I don't know whose $100 bill this is. I don't know. Actually, with 20-year-old, it's probably a $1 bill. Yeah, right. Probably a $1 bill. So, yeah, but, you know. So, white powdery substance. It's not mine, sir. Why didn't you say something like, I was just eating a powdered donut? That would be a good, that'd be, but to say that the cocaine that is in your nose is not yours and you don't know how it got there. I know whose it is and I know how it got there. It's yours and it's because you snorted it. That's how it got there, okay? Dumb crook. And that brings to a close this version of
For your hearing pleasure, Dumb Crook News.
So what was your favorite story there?
I like the breakfast.
You like the guy that
I like
just
that.
decided to go in, cook breakfast,
He's just like,
and tell the guy, look, I'm cooking breakfast. I'll be
Chill,
out of here in a
dude.
minute.
chill, dude.
Go back to sleep.
I'm hungry. I'm going to be out in a minute. I'm just taking a couple eggs.
Yeah, well, now you're taking a couple bullets. Those are my last 2 eggs. You sum them up. If there was more eggs, I might not have shot you, but those are my last two. Although I have no idea if there are any guns in my house at all. My wife says there are and that she owns them and that I don't need to know where they are. That's a little frightening, but
That's very true. That's very true.
You said one of the first things when we were first dating, you said, be careful, there's a gun in there. I go, how many guns you got? You go, you don't need to know that.
And you still don't know.
I still don't know. I have no idea. And she has the chief of police and the sheriff that says, if you kill him, we'll just write it down as COVID. What is that about?
It's.
All right. Coming up next, so What's the Line with Kevin Stone. He's got 6 football games hot off the Caesars betting line. He'll tell you about for entertainment purposes only.
And he's given a lot of love to Roll Tide, Alabama.
Okay, we're turning your microphone on. We'll be right back after this timeout. 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
USA Radio News with Wendy King.
Former Trump administration